Is it curious to you that Eric Bienemy does not have a head coaching job?
Not only is it curious, I think we're beyond the curiosity. It shows that the problem is systemic, that they can talk a good game, but at the end of the day, this is not about hiring the best and the brightest. Listen to them. Every time they hire some people, they come out with all of these adjectives and all of these. We want culture. We want leaders of men. We're looking for an offensive guy. You never hear. We simply hired the best and the brightest available. And isn't that what it should be about? The best and the brightest. He coaches a team that's hosting their third consecutive AFC championship game. He's the offensive coordinator of one of the truly best offenses in the NFL and helped groom clearly one of the best young quarterbacks in the game. So now, for whatever reason, it's questioned, well, how much did he really do or how much did Andy Reid do? But no one said that when John Gruden was an assistant for Andy Reid. No one said that when Doug Peterson was assistant for Andy Reid. No one said that when Matt Nagy was an assistant for Andy Reid. The bar keeps moving. The entire puzzle continues to change. And so right now we don't need to scrutinize the pieces of the puzzle. You need to scrutinize the puzzle itself if it doesn't fit. And that's what we're seeing right now. 6 new head coaching jobs, not one is an African-American. There's no way you're going to tell me that some of the coaches you've seen hire, every single one of them are better and brighter than Eric Bienemy. You cannot sell that.
Well, I like how you put that there. You got to fix the puzzle, because I'm looking at these hires and I'm looking at Eric Bienemy, and all of these guys fit what Eric Biennemy's template is, and that is GMs and owners are looking for first-time head coaches to stamp culture on their franchises, usually younger side, bright offensive minds, and they don't care if they've never had head coaching experience. In fact, that right now seems to be an advantage to not have some baggage. And you know that with Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis is wildly accomplished and is not getting the look. So Bienemy should have that in his corner. There were 7 openings this offseason, and he's still not going to get one unless he gets the Texans job. That, to me, leaves me completely puzzled, because he should check the boxes that all of these NFL owners and GMs are seemingly looking for right now. Does that bother you?
Absolutely. He not only has he checked the boxes, he's checked them multiple times. In fact, he's checked it so much that truly one of the game's great young quarterbacks during the middle of the season went to his owner and says, I want you to at least interview Eric Bienemy as our next head coach. The period to interview Eric Bienemy as a number 1 seed, the Chiefs had that first week, that wild card weekend off. Well, the Houston Texans didn't even interview him. I mean, this is going out of your way not to hire a guy. I mean, come on. I could tell you personal stories. Eric Bienemy, I remember he came out of Bishop Amat High School in Los Angeles, California. I'm at the University of Colorado. I asked Coach McCartney, hey, let's recruit more guys from my hometown. I grew up in Los Angeles. I said, we'll win. And I remember when Eric Bienemy came in on this recruiting trip, I remember saying to him, you come here, you will change this program forever. You could see it in him then. The guy is a born leader. Not only did he come to the University of Colorado, and 4 years later they won a national championship. He was the fulcrum. He was the guy. We had a lot of talented players on that team. I had left to come play in the NFL, but he was back. He led that program. Coach Mack built it around him. He was the guy. Trust me when I tell you that. And he did that. He sustained a long career in the NFL, ended up playing for Andy Reid and growing as a coach under Andy Reid. He has spent time at other places under other coaches and still came back to Andy Reid. The guy has done everything the right way, checked all the boxes that when we tell our kids, if you do these things, you too can be successful. And then when you see someone do all of those things and still have the dream deferred, it is highly and very disappointing.